got a guy, truck driver coming to get some corn. Gonna get them loaded up. I gotta get this auger set up and the stuff. Gotta get a couple of things moved, like that bean head there. Gotta get that moved, and possibly this cattle trailer. But we'll get this auger set up here, and he should be here shortly. So I gotta get all this stuff moved out of his way so he can come in here. He's one of the guys that hauled out corn earlier this year for us, so hopefully he can get in and out of here no problem. But we'll get this auger set up and then get the rest of this stuff moved and get ready for him here. Well, my dad and uncles filled up the guy with corn, so I took off and I'm over here. Gotta get fuel in the excavator, and I think we're gonna light this brush pile on fire, but I gotta talk to the landowner here. But I think we'll light that and then just slowly feed it and drag all those trees out of there and get them up here and burn the junk ones, and whatever he wants to save, we'll put them off to the side and go from there. But just get fuel in here and then I'll get a hold of him and see what the game plan is. Well, I got the fire going. It's all mostly hedge. There's a couple oak, but not many at all. But just got it going real good now. Have a couple bigger pieces down the bottom there, and not too sure why it's burning black, but don't have any tires or fuel on it, but it's burning black. But it's awfully hot, and it's gonna burn all up because hedge is a good clean burning wood. But I got a couple of trees here. I don't know if we'll keep them or not because there's not much good in them, because they're got some broken spots or rotten pieces in the middle there. And then I got good amount cleared out of here. Got almost halfway back there, and those couple piles there are just branches and stuff that I'll probably get the he's got an old 955 cat back over there. Probably just take that to push it all up with, because it's a little bit faster than tracking this excavator all around. But so far everything's going good, and took a little bit to get the fire going just because this stuff's green wood. But once I got it going, as you can see, it's burning real good now. So, but you can't catch anything on fire because the corn is still well alive, and then there's nothing back here besides dirt. So shouldn't have any problems with it going anywhere here. But we'll just keep going here and see how much we can get burned up today. It's 1:30 now, so I'm gonna head on home for lunch real quick. But fire's burning pretty good. Gonna let it burn down some because I got a couple bigger logs in there, and I'll just let that burn down before I put any more on. And then that piece there, we'll just cut out one log in that, and then probably pitch the rest. And then this one, probably get 2 logs out of it, and then we'll just scrap the top there. But got over half of this cleaned up. Got a couple piles of brush down there, and then there's a handful of bigger trees in there that I gotta get the stumps cut off, and then there'll be a few logs in there to keep. But other than that, don't have too many more trees in there to do. Just a bunch of scrap trees, so that'll all get burnt. But we're gonna go home for lunch here real quick and let this burn down, and then we'll start piling more on it. Back out after lunch here. As you can see, quite a bit of it burned up here, but it is still extremely hot. I'll try restacking some of these a little bit, and then we'll start grabbing a bunch more logs and trees from down there and start burning. got this pretty well cleaned up now. I only got a handful of trees back there that I gotta get brought up here that we're gonna save for firewood, and then there's a couple piles of brush need to get brought up. But got the fire going pretty good. Not gonna put any more on it tonight. The guy that owns the land, he doesn't want too big of a fire for it getting out of hand, so that's all gonna put on it tonight, which that'll definitely be burning all night long. And it's awfully hot, so it'll burn up the stumps and everything too. And I picked up all the roots and stumps we had in the back of the pile. I put them on the pile for tonight, that way they can burn down. And that's basically all for today. I'm gonna head on home because it's almost, well, I think it's around 5 o'clock anyways, and all this will stay burning overnight, so we'll just come back out here tomorrow and hopefully finish up this job. Just gotta get those few brush piles brought up and a couple of those trees, but we'll wait for that to do that tomorrow and hopefully get that finished up. Back out here on the tree clearing job. I had my niece's birthday party today, so we did that, and it's about 4:30 right now, but fire it burned up pretty well, all of it. I just got to pile these up a little bit. And then the landowner, he was out here earlier, and he got all this raked out of here and got it all piled up here, so it's gonna go in the hole and then he'll cover that up. But now I gotta dig the hole that I dug. He wants it half the time bigger, so I gotta dig that a little bit bigger for him. That way he can get all his stuff he wants to bury put in there. So we'll get the excavator fired up here and do that. Push the fire up one last time here tonight. Most of this will get burned up, minus that stump, and I think there's one other stump on the far end. But most of this will burn up pretty good. Won't be much left in the morning. Then I got the hole dug bigger over here. As you can see how much more dirt. That dark stuff is what I just dug out. Then I put more dirt on that far side there too. But he wanted it a little bit bigger, so I dug it a little bit bigger for him, and dug out the back there because that's where I could get to on the back side of the pile. But it's as deep as I can dig there, so probably a good 18-20 foot, and hopefully that big enough for all the he's got a bunch of like junk dirt that's got a bunch of nasty roots, and there years ago they dumped a bunch of garbage back in his back corner, so he just wanted to bury it all because he can't sift through it. So he wanted a big enough hole he can just dump everything in, so that's what hopefully got for him. But it's getting late now, so I'm gonna head on home, but I'll get you guys back out in the morning. Today's September 12th, and last few days we got rain, so haven't really been filming too much, but we just kind of been doing odds and ends. As you can see, we got a little bit of water down there and actually got a little bit of mud in the driveway. But today I cleaned the rear discharge beater up in here. It's this piece, light here. Way up there, there's some pieces of angle iron up there, and it gets some bean dust in, and then it gets out of balance and creates a little vibration in the back. So got that cleaned, and then I gotta get our mechanic said to take this plug out here and put a grease zerk in it and grease that a little bit. But other than that, we're just kind of doing a bunch of belts, and we got to do this the load auger for the hopper got thin, so we gotta put a new one in here. So hopefully that fixes that, because it's starting to get thin and it won't make it through this fall, because we got a lot more corn this year, so gotta be a little more abrasive on it. But then gotta get these batteries cleaned up and charge them. Some just they're not junk, but they are getting weak, so just kind of doing that to it. So got a few other things we're doing to it, and then we gotta get some more parts, because I got some of the belts here, and but still need a couple more, because there's a couple old ones, and then I think we got a couple more up by the shop there. But we're just kind of getting this thing gone through. Nothing's majorly wrong with it, which is good, but just doing a bunch of maintenance and stuff like that. But I'll get these batteries cleaned up here and get them charging, and then not too sure what we'll have going on this afternoon, but I'll get you guys back out here. Today is September 13th, and gonna get this dump truck took into the shop. It needs that hanger replaced here that broke off there, so we're gonna get it into the shop, because we kind of need to either find a different truck or get this one fixed. So we're gonna see if they can even find a hanger for it or not, but we'll get it took down there, see what they can do with it. I think they won't be able to look at it till next week, but we'll get it down there in case they can look at it earlier. They have it down there, and then we'll get back, and then I'm gonna bring the chopper home and do some work to that here. I'm up here at the neighbor's grabbing the chopper, and chopper was dead, so had to hook the battery charger up here and letting it charge for a little bit. It was completely dead, so it's gonna take a little while to charge this because there's 3 batteries on this thing. So we'll just let it sit here for a little bit and charge, and then we'll get this thing on home and start working on it. Well, it's pretty late now. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock, but got the chopper home. Took a little while to get it started because all the batteries were dead in it, and it took forever to jump it because our battery charger, for some reason, it kept kicking in and out. So might have to put a new end on it because the positive side looks a little questionable at best. So we'll try changing that. If not, probably have to get a new battery charger. But finally got the chopper started, got it home, and now gonna take this kernel processor out of here. And this looks pretty straightforward. It's just a couple locking pins and then the hoist right there to pick it up, and your tensioner belt, of course. And looks like it comes right out, so hopefully it's not too big of a project. Never took this one out before because last year we just ran with it in. We just opened it up when we did sorghum and stuff like that. But this year we'd like to take it out because we got all the pieces in that tote over there. There's, I think, 4 or 5 pieces, and you just pull the processor out of there, and then you put the plates in there, and that way it's all open instead of having the rolls smash the kernels, hence the kernel processor. And you don't need that for anything but corn. So we're gonna be doing some sorghum here. My uncle mowed about 15 acres of it today, so hopefully it dries out because there's I think we got 3-ish days no rain and then some rain, so hopefully it dries out and we'll be doing that. But I want to get that processor out and then sharpen the knives and then just kind of go over this thing, make sure it's ready to go, which it was worked fine in the oats, so hopefully everything's good to go on it. But I'll mess around with this kernel processor some and see what kind of project I can get into. Today's the September 14th, and yesterday didn't get the processor out of the chopper like I wanted to because when I started working on it, I had a guy come for wheat, so we had to get that all set up and then get him loaded up. And then by the time got all that done, it got late. But today we got the processor up, and it's locked in the backs on both sides, so it can't come down. Then we got the chutes. Don't know if you guys can see that up in there, but got the hay chute in there, and that was a little tricky trying to figure out how it went, just because we never put it in, because like I said last year, we just ran it with the processor in it. But we want to get it to where we're not running all the other material through that processor to try limiting wear on it. But we got it, I think, where it needs to be. We had a couple pieces to put in here, so we got it how we wanted it anyways. And now the knives here, they're not bad, but they're just a little rusty, and we're just gonna sharpen them. That way they're good to go for the sorghum that we're gonna chop. And so I'm gonna get those sharpened now. It's got an automatic knife sharpener, and I gotta try to remember how to do it, but I got the book, so I'll just follow that and get it. But we'll get this thing pulled outside and see if we can get the knife sharpened. So I got this knife sharpener going. This thing's all automatic. automatic here, so all you do is turn this on, then push this button and adjust how much you want it to sharpen, basically. And in the book here, it tells you everything on how to do it, so it's pretty self-explanatory, but it just spins around, and about right in here there's a knife stone sharpener in there, and it drops down, and I think the minimum 6 times it'll go back and forth up to, I think, 30 it says. So I got it about in the middle because these knives aren't horrible, so I'm just kind of getting it clean up here, and then once it's done, it'll actually it'll shut off, and then down here, that thing, there's a stone adjustment, and it'll pick it up and put it back in neutral. But we'll just run this for a little bit and get these knives sharpened. Got the knives all sharpened, nice and shined up. Some of them got little nicks in them like that there, but nothing major. So we're gonna run them and hopefully don't hit any rocks, because with the sorghum we mow it off right at the ground, and we rolled it with our packer to try packing some of the rocks back in, but of course you can't always get them all. And my uncle, when he was mowing, he said he hit 2 rocks, but he thinks he just hit the tops of them, so hopefully we don't catch it with the chopper, because if they do, they tend to get in here and bust these all up. But we're done with this thing now, so I'll get these shields back in here. They just go up on top here, and then we'll go over there, and the hay head's right over there. We'll get that hooked up and grease everything, and we'll be ready to chop. Got this rod here, it just goes right through the side, goes all the way through inside of this, and comes out the other side back in there. Gotta get it just so. And then this just latches usually that, and now all this stuff's all in place now and can't go anywhere, so we'll go get that hay head now.
So Uncle, he mowed down half of this sorghum Sudan grass. It should make some pretty good silage here anyways, but it's still real wet, which, I mean, he mowed it down yesterday. We'll have to let this sit for couple days anyways, which we've been getting real heavy dews in the morning, so we gotta let it dry out a little bit longer and do that. But they got rain next, I don't know, I think 2 more days, so hopefully we get it done before then, but looks pretty good. Because this spot right here, it's overhead high, and which good majority seems like it's overhead high, but usually when it gets this tall, it starts falling down, which, knock on wood, is still standing pretty good. So as long as we don't get any heavy rain or strong winds, it should be pretty good. But it's real thick in here, and which we usually have pretty good luck with this anyways, which you want to mow it before it starts heading out, which I don't even which it's still down in the stem, so we still got some time anyways if it does decide to rain. But you know how it goes, when it starts raining it usually doesn't stop raining, then it'll be over right. But as of right now, everything looks pretty good. Got the sand leveled off here where them cleaned up the 2 calf huts at, so I got 2 more calf huts I want to put up here, because we set up 6 calf huts there, and I got to set up these 2 other ones, so we have a total of 8 empty ones, because I'm gonna be bringing home 8 bull calves here tonight. So I'll get these 2 set up here and get that done. So we're all done with the calf huts here. I think Uncle's mowing down the rest of the sorghum sedan grass, so we'll run back there and see how he's getting along. Still got plenty of moisture. Yeah, pretty tall stuff, so should be quite a few tons out here anyway. This sorghum's a little shorter on this side, which it's kind of on a hill here, but then this stuff's about still head high here anyways. But gonna let Uncle Don finish here. I guess he's still got a little bit more to go, but he's opening it up anyways, doing the ends and stuff, so let him do that. just got done mowing down all this sorghum sedan grass, so gonna let it dry for a couple days here and hopefully it's good to chop, but looks pretty good anyways. But I got a few more, probably run down a couple more of these rows. I picked up a handful of rocks because don't really want any rocks ran through the chopper, but we'll get a couple more rocks picked up here and go from there. But you can already tell this stuff's starting to wilt pretty good. It's still got a lot of moisture underneath, but the top's wilting pretty good. So still another, I don't know if it probably be rushing it to try it tomorrow, but probably still be a couple days anyways, but shouldn't be too much longer.
Oh, finally done with the job I was doing over here. So got the low boy here unhooked. We'll get this excavator loaded up and then we'll move it back home. The excavator here. This is our wheat ground that we put the corn on that we're going to chop. As you can see, it's pretty tall. The foot of this truck's a good 6 to 7 foot, and it's up to it in most spots. And then our sedan grass that we'll be chopping tomorrow is right up here, and that I think about 30-ish acres, and I'm going to do about 15 of it tomorrow. But this is the ditch that want to clean up. The culvert's right there that we moved earlier, and I'll show you guys the ditch up here. It's awfully thin, and we want to put that culvert in it, and that's why bringing the excavator back here. Hopefully get the ditch cleaned up and get all that brush that I bush hogged earlier this summer. Get that all out, and then we're gonna dip it because I got a ditching bucket. We'll clean up the ditch some, but as you can see, this is basically all the wider it is, so we're gotta be a little careful here. That's straight drop off there, so gotta clean all this up. But this is the sedan grass. Looks awfully heavy, so that's good. Hopefully there's quite a few tonnage here, so we'll get this dropped off here and then head for home.
he's doing.
Got all 8 of the calves moved into their huts anyways. They already have a couple laying down. So gonna move these 2, get them inside their hut because the sand's a little cool. But otherwise everyone else figured out how to go inside their hut. They all look pretty good. Because I bought 3 of the calves anyways. This one, named this one Billy. This one's Bob. And this one's Thornton. But let them get rested up for tonight and then see how they're doing in the morning anyways. But there's some sharp looking calves. Just gotta keep them all healthy. But I gotta get the trailer unhooked and see how they do in the morning.